All right, we're back. 93, 93, 93. Do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law. All right, round two. Hopefully we can actually get through this time. The phone was overheating. But we'll try to get through this as quick as possible. So I know, all right, this ain't something I can take my time with. I'm going to just get through this as soon as possible, as quick as possible. All right. So we're going to go ahead and light up in just a second. Because we don't know how much time we have. This weather is a little bit too extreme right now. Fucking phone will overheat quickly, all right? So let me go ahead and just do this quickly, all right? We open up the portals to the Netherworld, where the first beings reign supreme, where originality supports creativity. What message should be delivered? What is the most valuable information that we can take heed to at this present time? And we'll get to it. And I do this as a reminder to keep your smoking session or your drinking session, whatever you do, keep it sacred. This is not recreational, like we're actually putting in work right now, right? This ain't no, we're just on break, we're bored, we're just doing something. This is real work. But only if you see it that way. Only if you see it that way. Why? Because mind over matter. So something sacred can be recreational depending on the mentality that's actually engaged in the activity. All right? That's why we have many different people, many different places. Some people enjoy it, some people don't. Right? And whatever city that you're in, some people love being in the city that you're in, some people hate it. Right? Is it really about whether it's a good city or a bad city, or if it resonates or doesn't resonate, or is it really about the mentality? Right? Now, I like to smoke like this, at the fingertips, as opposed to doing this, because we know the fingertips have portals, right? Many chakras. Not many chakras, but many chakras, right? M-I-N-I, not M-A-N-Y. The fingerprints or the fingertips have many chakras, right? So that's really how you open portals. We're literally opening portals because we're inhaling smoke through the fingertips, which is considered the center of your universe, right? That's where the fingertips, people identify you by your fingertips, right? That's a definite, basically DNA, right? So everybody's fingertips is unique, or fingerprints. Everybody's fingertips or fingerprints are unique. Which just lets us know that we all come from original places, right? Which makes us original beings, meaning we are from the stars. Every man and every woman is a star. We should know this already, right? The reason why most people can't resonate with this type of information in terms of Western occultism why people find it hard to resonate with this type of information. Whether it be 93, whether it be Thelema, Crowley, Helena Blavatsky, there's many people, that represent Western occultism. Many people. You can even Carl Jung or Carl Jung to a certain degree, right? Because people are not ready to. It's not even a personal thing. It's a collective thing. It's a collective consciousness. The shadow is where all your potency lasts, not where it lasts, where it builds. What makes you original, what makes you potent, what gives you energy is your shadow, right? It's not what you pretend to be on the planet, right? As we call the ego, right? It's not about the image that the ego chooses to embody, which is very changeable, right? People are very sensitive and changeable and mutable, right? That's why people are getting pissed off about any and everything now, right? You got comedians scared to do comedy because they don't want to tell certain jokes to offend certain people because people are very sensitive, right? This has been going on since the 2000s. Because again, we're dealing with the two. So that's why a lot of comedians that's from the 20th century, when we are now in the 21st century, the energy changed versus when we were in the 1900s versus the 2000s, right? A lot of us were born in the 1900s, right? So our energy is going to be different than people that was born in the 2000s and on. The people that's in their 20s right now, like 23, right? 23 and younger, I guess, right? So if you're 23 or younger, right, your energy is completely different than people who were born before the 2000s. Mainly 2001, though. So let me actually say 22. It wasn't the year 2000. It was really the year 2001. When the new energy began to enter into what we call our galaxy, the Milky Way, right? Because obviously it's going to come from the black hole first. There's a black hole at the center of the Milky Way. I was talking about this before, but it actually moves. It's not a stationary black hole. It's a black hole that actually moves, which means it is intelligent. So we have an intelligent black hole at the center of the Milky Way, which is our galaxy. So what does that tell you about everything that comes after that? All the stars, all the planets, everything we know about, because most of the stuff we know about is contained within our Milky Way. All right? We all have Milky Ways in the 5 points. These are like Milky Ways, meaning they're black holes, as we were saying, right? They're portals. Just like we know they're planets, right? Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Sun, Mercury, Moon, Mars, right? You got all the planets in your hands. Everything was manufactured by alchemists. Even the very weed, marijuana, whatever we want to call this, ganja, smoke, pot. We all say these things are natural. Well, it naturally grows out of the earth. But who manipulated the seed? Nothing is natural. The first thing we must understand. Nothing is natural. There is no such thing as natural phenomena. What do we mean? I mean the planet is a machine. The planet is not a naturally occurring substance. The planet was specifically put here and built on and given the energy it has. This was a purposeful design. This is not just a bunch of stuff floating around in the universe, aka Big Bang Theory. A bunch of stuff floating around and coming together, and shit just pops up and makes sense. There was a form of intelligence that was designing what we call Earth. The Earth is a design. It is a machine. It's like one of those self-ticking watches, as they call timepieces. That doesn't require batteries. It's mechanical, basically mechanical watch. It doesn't require batteries. The Earth does not require batteries. The planet doesn't require batteries. So in that sense, it's natural. However, if we apply that to, okay, the people of the Earth, that's why they say we discovered electricity before Benjamin Franklin. We was utilizing it just in a more natural way, right? So because we can't find a bunch of batteries, we feel like we didn't have access to electricity because obviously you will find a bunch of batteries, right? They're bad for the earth. You're not supposed to just throw them, just throw them anywhere, right? But what we find is we don't find a bunch of batteries. We find a bunch of mechanical tools that we try to figure out what they were being used for. Some of the tools look primitive, some of them look very advanced. You got everything from pyramids to, holes in the ground, mud huts. We have human beings doing everything from the simplest designs to the most complex.